For each of the 7 murder offences and the 7 attempted murder offences you committed, Lucy Letby, I sentenced you to jail time for life. Due to the severity of your offences is very high, I order the early release. No provisions apply consequently, the court's order is every aspect of existence in order. Infraction, you will spend the remainder of your entire prison life, and that is the courtroom scenario here at Manchester Crown, position 7 as you observe the judge in court. The address by Mr. Justice Goss. Remarks made during the sentencing process. Lucy Letby, a nurse who killed 7 people newborns in her custody, and made an effort to kill 6 more people, as you may have heard. The court has dealt with the most a sincere and thorough assertion. He was saying that among the options that, of course, murder is a crime that bears a legal requirement of a life sentence, although he a decision about each of those convictions that Lucy Letby will devote her life to serving. Sentence indicating that he was the early release. They say provisions won't be applicable, which indicates in simple language used by 33-year-old Lucy Letby. Age will reside in for the remainder of her life what you couldn't see of prison. Obviously, the camera was highly focused there. Mr. Justice Goss is solidly in his position, although, as he said such things, there was many of the family's silence in court who had congregated in the gallery, open to the public, observing the sentencing comments being when they heard Mr. delivered, they began to cry. According to Justice Goss, this is the conclusion of a trial process. It has over 10 months remaining, but of route a procedure and ordeal that started 2015 and 2016 were years when some of them preterm delivery of their children, then the deaths of those infants, learning that one of the nurses was tasked with looking after them when they were most exposed and defenseless. Lucy was delicate, the judge said. Letby finally was in charge of in the incidents of attempted murder. Murder has been reported by some of this morning's court appearances by the parents. Impact comments from victims, which kids that Lucy has Letby attempted a murder but failed to accomplish this. The impact on their lives in any way and how it affected those following years. We learned about youngsters whose currently, life quality is second only to the mother of one. Has not mentioned anything of the kids with terminal illnesses. Injuries brought on by Lucy Letby attempted murder. The mother only now receives 2 hours of sleep every night, were reported parents of those kids, who were kids when those kids are being treated in a hospital for maintaining medical needs that parents believe they cannot leave their children alone in the medical staff's custody as a result of the fact that parents have lived with for so long, many years in total, the rules of life. Let's say Lucy's case applies to everyone, crimes for which she has been found guilty. Let's talk with Steve Bryan, the MP, who is head of the Health and Social Care Committee Selecting Committee hearing that. Before to moving, let me first say, now for some of the bigger problems that have been raised as a result of this case. Your response to that sentence for who will spend, Lucy Letby, is now known the remainder of her life in jail. I recently viewed it on BBC News. My kids, you know, and it's simply sadly, I believe the majority of people in there will be 7 life sentences nationwide. Use the remainder of your life behind bars will be, it's insufficient, and the human will be, oh, the human. Response to this entire the situation is first and foremost tragic. A tragedy for the families involved whose children either suffer from serious destroyed or not develop into the children today who were once mine. But it's a tragedy that affects everyone, worried that life is a complete waste. Circular and I stated on the Talk International yesterday. I reiterated yesterday what I think that the effects of this on society and the health system will be very important. Pretty expansive, and just my other final first impression, I believe many people nationwide I will share consider it to be a complete disgrace, not present to face to what she has done, and hopefully laws should be changed to ensure that defendants what is said to them specifically, whether by utilizing technology or whether that be in person at the dock, and we must discover a way for them to don't try to influence the punishment, making it all about them in the process, but they must deal with what they've done is shameful today that Lucy Letby done.